Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope everybody is well. I do want to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Leo out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Leo, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. Let's try that again. Leo. All right. Leo, you're starting out with the Three of Cups reversed. You have the World in reverse. And you have the Four of Swords reversed. So you're kind of stuck in this healing energy here. I feel like you're not very happy right now. A lot of you are kind of keeping to yourself. You're not really going out, not really mixing it up. There's a need for you to get yourself out there a little bit more. There's a situation here that you just feel is not complete. And it has to do with healing. It has to do with healing. For some of you also with communication. You feel like something's not over. It's not complete. And it's kind of keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck in this healing mode. So let me see who's in your energy. There is some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle that's associated with this. So let me see who's in Leo's energy. Show me who's in Leo's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Fool. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Nine of Swords. So somebody here wants a new beginning with you. They want to take a risk and come towards you with this cup of love, but they're worried about it. They're literally losing sleep over this situation. There's a lot of anxiety in their energy. They want to take the risk. Yeah, they want to come towards you with this cup of love. I feel like you're kind of, you're over here kind of isolating, keeping to yourself. So you may not even be aware of it. Let me see the energy between Leo and this person. Oh, this is someone new. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is someone new. Somebody you may have flirted with or you may have met, but they want to talk to you. They want to take a risk and come towards you. They feel like they want to do this, but they're full of anxiety about doing it. And I can see why. It's because you're not giving off the vibes that you're open to it. So let me see what's affecting this connection. I feel like you may know this person. They could even be somebody that you've recently met. Could be somebody that you are friends with. Maybe there's been some slight flirtation. Show me what's affecting this connection. Three of Pentacles. Oh, you might work with this person. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this person feels like they could have it all with you. That's why they want to come towards you. You may have known this person for a long time even. You could work with this person. See, you're over here, Leo, and you're trying to heal from something that you feel isn't over. And you're working very hard. You're trying to make sure that your foundation is solid. So I feel like you're oblivious to the fact that this person is over here thinking about you. And so now they want to come towards you. They want to have take a risk, flirt with you, maybe even offer their feelings and emotions, but they're afraid to do it because you're giving off the sign that you're closed for business. All right, so let me see. And you're just working really hard. Let me see. Show me the outcome. Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're going to chicken out. They're not going to come towards you. They're not going to... There's a conversation that they want to have, but they're worried about it. They're worried about having that conversation. And you are over here trying to heal from something, trying to ensure your stability. You haven't moved past something here, that there's a cycle that hasn't completed for you. So I feel like you don't even know. You're not even aware that this person is having all these feelings and emotions. highly likely you work with this person, but it doesn't have to be. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant in the reverse. This is underlying energy, Taurus energy. But it, as an underlying energy, what you're healing from has to do with an ending. You've been isolating, keeping to yourself, working on your own stability, likely using work to kind of take your mind off of things. But you feel like there's something within this connection that ended that's not over yet. So this person doesn't even appear to be on your radar. And I feel like they're scared to come in. They're scared because you're, like I said, you have this I'm not open for business sign, you know, on your forehead. And they're like, yeah, if I come in, they're just going to shut me down. So let me see. Let's clarify. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse? The Chariot and the Knight of Swords. You could be traveling. We are in the Christmas season, so it's highly likely that that would be, you know, something, I don't know. Are you going to, is this somebody you might know from your past? If you're going back to wherever you grew up, it could be that, you know, you meet this person traveling, because there is some kind of communication here. There is some sort of communication, but it's happening through travel or, you know, possibly at a distance. I feel like you're going to talk to somebody that you may be haven't talked to, or you could be talking to somebody that's brand new that you meet. But I don't feel like I feel like it has to do with travel in some form. Let me see. Why is the World here in reverse? The Magician, the Knight of Wands. So you're manifesting communication. Yeah, you're manifesting communication, but I do feel like there's somebody that's been in your energy, possibly a Gemini, but this person could have been in and out, in and out. This is what's incomplete. You're still attached to somebody that has, at best, been in and out of your life, and at worst, they're a bit of a player, and you kind of want to put your energy into that. You feel like there's a soul contract between you and that person. Yeah, so I feel like that's what's not complete for you. So even if this person does flirt with you, like you're probably not even going to recognize it. I feel like you're manifesting this person from the past. You're manifesting communication. You're manifesting them to come back in. Let me see the Four of Swords in reverse for Leo. Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so, wow. So now they have the Ten of Pentacles here. I feel like you're wanting to invest in something that's long-term, something you're sure about, something you're clear about. You're healing, though. You're healing here. You're being very patient about talking to somebody that you were involved with for a very long time, that you still want to be involved with. So I feel like, Leo, you're kind of stuck in the past wanting something with somebody that you've had this ending with. That's where you want to invest in. That's where you want to put your attention. That's who you want to talk to. And I don't feel like this new person is even on your radar. Let me look at their energy. Let me see. Why is the Fool here? Now, this could be somebody from your past that, you know, is trying to work up the courage to come towards you. And because that's what you're manifesting here. But I feel like this is a new person. Let's look at their energy. Why is the Fool here for the... Thank you. Two of Wands reversed. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Cups. All right, so yeah, this could actually be somebody that's trying to work up the nerve to come towards you. If so, regardless if it's new or if it's someone from the past, this is somebody that is not putting effort into the connection. And it's because they're in this state of anxiety. They're trying to find the courage to take a risk. So let's talk about, if it is someone from the past, it's somebody who may have chosen to go in another direction, or they feel that you did. They're not currently putting any energy into this connection. This is somebody who may have walked away, and now they want, if it is someone from the past, and now they want to come back in. If this is somebody new, and for a lot of you, it could even be both situations, but if this is someone new, they're not putting effort into this because they feel like you won't choose them. So they're feeling so much anxiety about it that they will actually, versus taking the risk that they want to take, they'll walk away from it. They'll chicken out. So, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's both. Let me see why the Knight of Cups is here. But I don't think this new person is on your radar. I do think the past person is. And I can see both energies. If it's a past person, this person may have walked away from the connection. And they haven't been putting effort into it. They may reach out. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Seven of Swords. Ace of Pentacles reversed. If this is a past person, you were involved with them for quite some time. I do feel like this ended because of deceit, and it caused, whatever the deceit was on their side, and it caused a lot of instability. And that makes sense because you're definitely thinking about somebody that has either been in and out or they've been a player. This person is trying to work up the nerve to come towards you and you know, offer up feelings and emotions. Now, if this is the person that is new, this is somebody who is going to keep they've been hiding their feelings. They've been hiding their feelings from you because they may feel that you are either in a connection, or they may feel like there's no way that you would accept them. And they're right. They're right about that, because I don't see you accepting anybody new right now. So let me see. And I feel like that new person might be someone you work with. So just keep your eyes open. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here? Because if the new person will walk away before they approach you, because there's so much anxiety attached to it. All right, Three of Coins reversed, King of Cups reversed, and the Page of Pentacles. All right, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy is here. Doesn't have to be, but, you know, those energies are here. So, yeah, the new person is hiding their feelings. They're hiding their feelings because if they feel like you're still involved with someone else, they don't want to have anything to do with third-party energy. They want to offer you something, but they're going to hide their feelings, and they're just going to... This could be somebody you work with, and they may even just talk to you about money or finances or, you know, the economy or something. They're not sharing their feelings because, like I said, you don't appear to be open. They are extremely afraid of rejection. If this is a past person, and for some of you, in fact, a lot of you, I feel like you're very focused on that past person. You're manifesting them. And I feel like you may have both situations going on. So the person from the past, they want to come in and offer you something. But I feel like they're not stable right now. I can definitely see that their money is not where they want it to be. They may have had a big financial loss. And I feel like that's either because of something that was done dishonestly, or it could have happened because somebody was dishonest with them. So their money's not where they want it to be. But that person will eventually come towards you in order to, you know, get out of all this anxiety. So you do have somebody in your past here that does, they haven't been putting effort in. They walked away from the connection. They ended this. And I do feel like this person is going to reach out to you, this past person, but they're not stable right now. They've got a lot of anxiety about finances and money. And when they do reach out to you, it's going to, they're hiding their feelings. They're also hiding from you their finances. They don't want to appear to be weak. Leos, you guys have a lot going on here. Let's look at the energy between Leo and this person. Because I feel like you're over here manifesting this past person, and I feel like you're going to hear from them, but unknown to you because they're keeping it to themselves. You have somebody else that is highly interested in you. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Seven of Wands reversed. All right, so you're feeling a sense of loss here. You want to talk to this person, but when you do, so if this is the past person, because most of you are very focused on someone from the past, when you talk to this past person, be careful because you might not be very kind. This is somebody you're not happy with currently. And you could be a little sharp with your words. You know, you've definitely felt a deep sense of loss over this connection. So if this person does reach out to you, they're a little immature. They could be younger than you, but they don't have to be. But there's this sense here of you, you know, really feeling a deep sense of loss over this. And some of you are trying to move on from that person, but you haven't. You haven't, and that's why you're still manifesting communication with them. I do feel like this person from the past feels powerless in the situation. It's like they want to get something new started with you, but they're having some financial difficulties. They're not good with their feelings and emotions. This is somebody who is very uncomfortable with their emotions. And it's somebody that you were in a long-term connection with that ended. And they're not stable right now. They don't want you to know that. They really don't want you to know that. Now, this new person, they're trying to avoid any kind of conflict with you. Both of them are. But this new person is trying to avoid any kind of conflict. And I feel like they feel kind of powerless because they feel like you're not available, but they're very interested. So they're like, what am I going to do? You know, Leo would never notice me. So they're hiding their feelings. Let me see what's affecting the connection. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so what's affecting the connection is that there's just definitely a sense of imbalance here. There's definitely a sense of imbalance. You're still in this stuck energy here where you're manifesting this person from the past. You want to talk to them. You want to communicate with them. You don't feel like things are over. And so I do feel like a lot of you are just, you know, really working very hard. You're just not over somebody here from your past. And so it's creating this imbalance. Now, if with the person from the past, they could have been deceptive in the way things ended. And if they had some sort of new beginning elsewhere that ended, and I do feel like that person is single. They are single. They are trying to recover from a financial loss, and they will. They actually will. This person is actually going to be able to recover from any loss they've had. Their money is not where they want it right now, but it will be. The reason their money's not where they want it right now is because they're in this state of anxiety, and they could be doing something they don't really love doing. But I also see that they are going to recover that. So your past person is showing up here as single. There's somebody that is very independent. They're extremely independent. So even if they're receiving advice from, you know, somebody like close friends or family, I feel like they make their own decisions. So I do feel like there was an imbalance. They were breadcrumbing you. And I think that they were in and out. But you're just not over that person. Now, this new person is single. This new person is hiding their feelings from you. They want to come towards you and give you this cup of love. I think that what they don't want to do is go in and find out that you're not single. Find out that you're with somebody else. Yeah. It's almost like they're reading your energy, and your energy is so set on this past person that, you know, they're not going to reveal that they have feelings for you unless you are single, unless you are somebody that they could, you know, have a future with. And that makes sense. That really does make sense. But it's definitely imbalanced on both sides, but whether it's the new person or the past person. And like I said, for some of you, it may be one or the other, but for a lot of you, I feel like it's both. And I feel like it could be somebody you work with that's the new person, because you're oblivious to this. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Leo. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. All right, we have the Eight of Wands reversed, and we have the Four of Coins reversed. So in the outcome, I think that there is still a lack of clarity that's here, particularly with the person, because remember, your Hierophant is in the reverse as underlying energy. In your outcome, it's here in the upright. So there's a lack of clarity regarding this person that you had an ending with. I do feel like you want to invest in that situation. You want to work things out. You want to talk with that person. And that's your deep desire to still be connected to that person is what is causing you to be in this stuck energy. There's some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle revolving around that, what you're investing in, and, you know, and it's blocking you. It's literally blocking you from what it is that you're wanting, which is the stability, somebody that isn't truthful or is truthful and invest in the connection. See, you're willing to do all of that. You're loyal. You're wanting to grow something with somebody, and you feel like that's being blocked here. There's no clarity with this past person. Now, in their energy, what I'm seeing is that this person is very uncomfortable with their feelings. They may reach out to you. However, it's going to take a lot for them to lower their guard. It's going to take a lot for them to lower their guard. If they do reach out to you, it's going to be something very small, very simple. Like it could even be like, you know, Merry Christmas or something. I don't know. But this person's not stable right now. They're in a lot of anxiety. And I do feel like a lot of that's about money, although that will clear itself up. But this person, it's going to take a lot for them to lower their guard in order to really come towards you and have an honest conversation about everything that's occurred between the two of you. And that's what you're desiring. That's what you want. And you feel like this person is blocking that. And they are. They actually are. This past person is. Because of insecurities and because of, you know, them not feeling comfortable with where they are and who they are right now. The newer person that's in your energy, they're unclear about whether or not you are with somebody else, basically. Yeah, they're very unclear about that. So the new person feels like even though they have these feelings, that it's just not worth the anxiety that they're experiencing. And I feel like this person's going to release the connection and move on. Yeah. So, because they feel like you're blocking them, and you likely are. So if you look around and you're like, oh yeah, I missed it, But after that reading, yeah, I see that so-and-so, you know, has been trying to talk to me, has been trying to flirt with me. You're going to block that person because that's just not who you want. You just haven't let go of this person from the past. So, all right, bottom of the deck is the Hermit in the reverse. Could be dealing with a Virgo, but as an underlying energy, that is you soul searching. Whatever you're trying to figure out, Virgo, whatever you're trying to figure out, Leo, the answers are coming to you. And I feel like most of you, your energy is on this person from the past that you've had this ending with. You're going to be getting the answers. Those answers are coming. So it may not be this week, but those answers are coming. Ooh, that's quite the reading. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys. Let's see if there's any advice. Advice for Leo. All right, number 27. It says exchanging gifts. That's interesting since we are at Christmas time. It is 27, so 27 breaks down to a 9. Whatever this cycle is, you're close to the end of it. All right, so the essential meaning of this card, it says the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost, and determining value. It says you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do, do, do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Now, your relationship message reads, love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. All right, I hope that has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, Leo, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are love and namaste.